My name is Honza. I am from 240 Software, based in Prague, Czech Republic. Today I will be talking about optimization and audit. Let me start with what are the top user complaints about software. So let me focus on the performance for the moment. This is the process that we used for the optimization. This is process that comes from my practice in a manufacturing company, where I learned how optimizing production lines work. And the way they do it is that they find a bottleneck and they fix the bottleneck, maybe by buying another machine or whatever. And I discovered that it works for software equally. I'll just a little bit explain what the bottleneck is and how it works. You know, the bottleneck is what dictates how fast the liquid will get out of the bottle. It doesn't matter if you make the bottle wider, but the neck remains the same. It's still going to be the same speed. When I apply this to the software, if you take your solution and optimize, and you have like 1,000 scripts, and you optimize 999 scripts, but leave one script out, if that script is the bottleneck, then you have wasted your time. Because the optimization of those 999 scripts makes almost no effect. But if you optimize that to one script, that's the bottleneck, and leave everything else intact, you'll get amazing results. So the way to optimize a bottle is to make the neck wider, and then the liquid can get out and in much faster. You can use our optimization tool for this purpose. It helps you to find the bottlenecks. And the way it finds bottlenecks is that it measures the total time spent over a span of time in each measured block. So whatever it is, if it's script or calculation, it doesn't matter. For example, if you use the solution for a week and leave the benchmarking there for a week, you know for every single script how much time FileMaker spent executing that script in total over that week. If you have several groups of people, like salespeople, tech support, anything, and only a small group of people have problem with speed, with the performance, you can tell FM Bench to only analyze logs from those people, from that group. So that can show you something else as a bottleneck. Because what does matter for you is a bottleneck within that process or that part of a company which is suffering from the performance issues. So it will show you what the bottleneck is. You don't have to think about it. And most importantly, from my practice, in most cases you don't guess right what the bottleneck is. I had several customers coming to me saying, I know where my bottleneck is. Then we applied FM Bench, measured the code, and we said, no, the bottleneck is somewhere else. He was surprised, we were surprised, because his original assumption what the bottleneck is sounded right. But when we optimized that bottleneck, he saw the results. Knowing and guessing is a big difference. FM Bench helps you to know what the bottleneck is.